after waiting for over 8 years, the mystery of Konoha's destruction has apparently been solved, and just like every other plot twist in the history of Naruto, the destroyer of Konoha is a really unexpected person. This will not be the first time when a turnover of events would be introduced like this. There have been many big reveals like the truth of Itachi and the identity of Obito, which has left the whole community stunned before. Everyone was expecting Tobi to be someone like Sasuke from the future or Madara himself, but in the most unexpected turn of events, he was unveiled as the former teammate of Kakashi who was presumed to be dead. Similarly, Itachi was never the bad guy and had went through all the hardships and tough decisions for the sake of Konoha and Sasuke. Coming on to the present story, while all of us are expecting Kawaki to be the destroyer of the leaf, a new revelation in the story is now indicating otherwise. The one behind this destruction could actually be Momoshiki, or let's say Borushiki. Now, even though it's a pretty old theory and has been there since the monster started to take over Boruto's body every now and then, there wasn't any solid basis of this possibility until the release of the 9th chapter of Two Blue Vortex. We got to see the karma of Boruto getting activated for the very first time in the time skip, and surprisingly, it was due to Kawaki, whose karma resonated with Boruto similar to the time when he made his debut. Upon seeing this phenomenon, Kawaki takes a look at his karma with a sneaky glance, as if he was thinking something fishy to himself. This has set up the scene for what might have happened in the future. At some point, Kawaki will lose respect for the shinobi system, and it will force him to play the resonance card just to bring out Momoshiki and create havoc. What's more interesting than the hints from the very first scene which indicate this plot twist is the helplessness of Momoshiki. His initial plans were to kidnap Kawaki and sacrifice him to the Ten Tails. But now that the Ten Tails has become self-aware, there is literally nothing he can do with Kawaki unless he has some plan to defeat the Shinjus. I will discuss his capability of defeating these monsters later. For now, let's talk about his most plausible second plan, which correlates to his goals of hijacking the identity of Boruto forever. Assuming there is no way for him to get the chakra fruit of Earth, what if he now wants Boruto to despire in the corner of his psyche forever? And to achieve this, his plan must be to take control of his body and do the most unexpected. I don't think he will think twice before taking the worst possible step to make Boruto's life a lot worse. Everything that he takes away from him, whether it's his former friends or homeland, will only take him a step closer to his ultimate goal. He wants to become Boruto once for all, and that's only possible when the vessel gives up on everything and desires to die. Looking at the future sequence, Boruto says he didn't expect Kawaki to go this far. This could be interpreted as he never thought Kawaki will fall so low that he will use the karma resonance to bring out Momoshiki and create chaos. As a response, Kawaki says he will send him to Naruto, which means he wants to seal him. The plan of killing him is officially dead just because there is no way he can bring him down to knees. We had seen this in chapter 78 when he tried using the Daikoku Tenjutsu to teleport Boruto, but luckily he escaped, making this panel a big foreshadowing for what's about to come. Kawaki was destined to accept inferiority and go back to his attempts of sealing Boruto instead of killing him. The other major hints that can be found in the opening sequence is the placement of Boruto during the fight with Kawaki. The battle is going on top of the Hokage mountain and Boruto is standing on the destroyed side of Naruto's statue. This indicates he's behind all this destruction which has taken place in the village. The second hint, as mentioned earlier, talks about his surprise on something that Kawaki has done. In other words, he wasn't expecting his counterpart to do what he had done, and by the looks of it, it seems like Kawaki used resonance to bring out Momoshiki. But this is not the end of discussion. While Momoshiki has shown his Otsutsuki traits of taking revenge by causing destruction, Kawaki also seems to be on the same boat as him, since he can be seen declaring the end of the shinobi age. This means it was only after he lost respect and admiration for the shinobi system when he decided to bring out Momoshiki by resonating the karmas. I think he already knew the monster will not go after him, otherwise he wouldn't have risked an Otsutsuki take over the body of the most powerful shinobi. Kawaki is slowly turning into Ishiki when it comes to achieving his goals. The inferior race of shinobis is providing no good to him, which is why he decided to get rid of them all. And just to put the blame on Boruto, he schemed to awaken Momoshiki to fulfill his master plan. As for the reason behind his shinobi hatred, there isn't any solid point that we can pin out to understand why he's acting like this, except the fact that he feels the shinobis are destined to die against the Otsutsukis, so it's better to get rid of them all. He would be doing this to fulfill the twisted obsession that he holds for Naruto. The next proof to conclude that Momoshiki had actually taken over Boruto to destroy Konoha can be found in the right eye of the protagonist. The Jogan, or the pure eye, which has been hyped to be the star of hope, is being activated by Boruto, that too at will. The main purpose of of Momoshiki behind the destruction of Konoha must be to drive Boruto helpless, and assuming he actually fulfilled this plan, then the only way for Boruto to prevent himself from surrendering his consciousness must be the Jogan. The eye has been prophesied to dispel the darkness and bring light to this world, which is apparently a reference to the Kawaki incident and its aftermath. And just cause it has been named the Star of Hope, it's very likely that it will help out Boruto in fighting his inner demon. The pure eye might purify the karma from the curse of Momoshiki, which is how Boruto was able to manipulate this seal at will in the future. So the possibility for this eye to awaken during the rampage of Momoshiki is also not out of question. The Otsutsuki god connection of the protagonist also adds a lot of sense to this theory. Boruto will finally require the help of a supreme deity to tackle his dark fate, and since the story has dropped a vast amount of hints teasing the connection between Boruto and Shibai, what if he meets him inside the corner of his psyche, which is not accessible to Momoshiki? We know when the monster takes him over, he becomes helpless within his consciousness. Now here's the question which needs to be answered. What happens to Boruto when he's cornered inside his consciousness after Momoshiki takes over? You could tell me he's all motionless, helplessly witnessing what the host is doing, but that might not be true at all. Remember how Momoshiki told Boruto that he has inherited the power of Otsutsukis? Could it be that the power he was referencing is the same one which awakened the Jogan? I'm talking about the chakra of Shibai, which could only be accessible to Boruto when his body gets taken over by the evil entity. He could have an interaction with Shibai, similar to how Hagoromo met Naruto and Sasuke, all thanks to the godly chakra, which is hidden deep inside his consciousness. If this theory comes true, then Momoshiki's plans are about to get spoiled in the most unexpected way. You can find out more about this possibility in my Boruto is Shibai video. I also have a pretty good explanation for why the eye that Boruto is using from the future is definitely not the Byakugan but the Jogan. As we can see, he uses this dojutsu at will, and we know whenever Momoshiki takes him over, his Byakugan gets activated. So if this eye from the prologue was actually the Byakugan, then Momoshiki should have been able to control his body at this time. Even when Boruto regained consciousness before getting killed by Kawaki, the right side of his face was under the control of Momoshiki. This means his capacity of controlling the karma and activating the blind eye only indicates he's free from the pressure of the monster. However, one thing that we can't ignore is how Momoshiki is getting favored in these situations. He has grown a lot more stronger without even trying, as his vessel was doing all the hard work for him. Furthermore, his Otsutsuki intellect makes him aware of every chance where he can capture the mind of Boruto. Not to mention the power of foresight also keeps him above the other characters who cannot see the forthcoming future. And when it comes to his ultimate farewell from the story, there are a few ways for him to disappear completely. First and foremost, it could be a mental fight type of scenario where both the vessel and the host will fight for the body of Boruto. The one who wins gets to take the body, and this scenario could have even happened during the destruction of the leaf. Boruto apparently won the fight against the monster, which is why he gets to keep the body. The second point deals with Momoshiki gaining the control and giving someone like Code his karma. This point was raised by Kawaki as well before he killed Boruto in the following episode. It could be that the role of Code is not just limited to being a punching bag and a clown, rather it could hold a lot more significance than what we are expecting. We shouldn't forget he's literally an Otsutsuki worshipper and he admires them a lot, and since Momoshiki is no longer alive, there's only one Otsutsuki who could take over his body, and that's Momoshiki. I don't think he would hesitate to become the vessel of Boruto's host. After realizing how miserable of a life he has been living, Momoshiki would give him the purpose that he has been grinding for, the goal of attaining godhood that only an Otsutsuki can truly fulfill. Apart from having Code as a medium of resurrection, Momoshiki might be planning something even greater that no one is ready for. What if Boruto is solving a paradox which is based on the fateful prophecies? Everything that he's attempting in hopes of changing the destiny will only lead him back to the destined point. No matter how much he hopes in changing the future, in the words of Jura the Shinju, he cannot escape his destiny. And this law of universe is being used by Momoshiki to manipulate the odds in his favor. Even if Boruto redeems Kawaki, it's not easy to undo the whole destruction, which was apparently a canon event for everyone. It will be interesting to see how Boruto will change his destiny after the destruction of his village and the loss of all his close ones. A question that recently popped in my mind was that how would Boruto retrieve Naruto if Kawaki gets killed? Only he knows how to use the Daikoku then, villain, which means if he's gone, there is no way left for the Hokage to come back. Maybe Amado would be the key to retrieving Naruto after that, or it could be that Kawaki will bring them back before getting killed from the last ounce of his chakra. Either way, the fate of Kawaki is equally interesting as Boruto. You can find out some more amazing theories in these videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe, as I will be back with more amazing content. I will see you next time.